Um, so there we have it. There's Mole. Some good reactions there. Um, Sherry, I'm not sure if are you available to answer any questions, or if anybody does have any questions, throw them in the chat or unmute and or raise your hand. I've got plenty. I know we did an interview recently. Cara was on the call as well. So
Mhm.
that'll be published shortly. We spoke for quite a while actually, didn't we? It was pretty good. Um, the film gets better every time I watch it. I think that's the third time I've watched it actually.
Robin,
Um,
that's kind. Thank you.
yeah, and because we've talked about things that I don't know if people will realize it first time, but some of the sound design, like for a film like that, the crinkling and the like the glitching sounds almost because we've all been in that situation, like at work perhaps where we just don't want to be in our cold turkey. And my question is about the sound and the music as well. It's so clever. Like when you read the script and you would incorporate the music and the sound, how did that work? And where'd you get these talents from?
Yeah, no, I love talking about the music
Mhm.
as I think I spoke about it in the interview, but yeah, I love talking about the music and our wonderful composer and our sound designer. But yeah, so Jacob was the composer and he's based out here in Los Angeles. I'm from London. My accent's deceiving. Sorry, everyone. But
Mhm.
I'm living in LA right now. I'm moving back to London shortly. But so he works for a British composer called, or he used to, sorry, called Marius DeVries. And he was just a good mate of mine. And he was like down to do this short. He knew it was going to be my first short. And music for me is incredibly important. And I don't know if that comes from my background as a dancer, but everything has a rhythm. And I think because I started as a writer as well, there is a rhythm to writing comedy and there is a rhythm to just anything you're writing. So I had already kind of envisioned the music when I was coming up with the shots and speaking with my DP. Everything in post was decided when we were shooting. Like I knew everything that was going to happen. A lot of the references I had sent to Jacob were disaster pieces, score for It Follows, Shiva Baby. The score from Shiva Baby is incredible. I think it captures anxiety in just a wonderful way with bass slaps. So that's a lot of what you're hearing in the more sinister parts of Mole. And that's maybe, I don't know if Robin, that's how you're feeling watching it for a third time, but when I watch it, I find it more sinister every time I watch it. Like it's
Yeah.
not, I don't know, it's like now that you know the ending, when you watch the things at the beginning, you're kind of wondering what is she thinking when,
No,
I don't know, at those moments when
yeah,
she
you're
pauses.
absolutely right. Yeah, it feels like
Yeah,
you've got in and you've re-edited the sound for me, and you've amplified it a bit. But yeah, you're right. It's probably because I know what's coming, and
yeah.
but I noticed all the little crackling sounds seem louder. Never
Yeah,
overdone.
yes,
Really stuck with me.
yes, exactly. And that is score. But things like the her having her panic attack in the office, that sound design, Kelsey was just wonderful and just kind of knew immediately what I wanted for that. And he was just, yeah, sound design was so useful for us. I don't think we said this, but we lost all of our day one sound. On our 4 day shoot. So luckily, it was a lot of the stuff of just our protagonist Mole. So on our day one, but yeah, so having our sound designer was really a godsend, and we had really wonderful ADR, like an ADR team and things like that for
Yeah.
yeah. So sound was very important.
I just about the glitching scene because it's one of my favorite scenes, which comes falls under the table to get to a desk. It's just such brilliant comedy. And Molly, who plays the lead character, like her expressions as she's kind of twitching match the sound design. So I mean, as a performance, how did you get Molly first of all? But how did you direct those scenes where you knew she was going to match with those sound effects?
Yeah, Basically, so Cara, our wonderful producer and the writer of the script, Cara and Molly met in drama class. And oh, someone said they got the Shiva Baby reference. I'm so glad. Uh, yeah, and there was many others, like Tigre, for the like punk, like little song, like little rock anthem. But yeah, so they met in a drama class and just came up with this idea and how women struggle to fit into all these boxes that are pre-prescribed by society, etc. And I guess Molly wanted to be the lead, but we did audition for other leads. I think they were open because I remember watching auditions. We had a few auditions, I watched auditions, and we ended up going with Molly. I think it just really, she was the perfect person for it. And I know that it seems like a very parasitic, destructive character, so saying that seems awful, but she just really embodied the character so well. So I really want to say it was all her. And I think I like crawled under the table once to kind of demonstrate, oh, if you can get stuck here, like we moved those big paper boxes in there. We had David sitting there. Like I was like, if you could kind of make it look like this, and she just nailed it. And if you just asked for any sort of facial expression, she just amped it up a little bit. Like she was just perfect. She was honestly really wonderful to work with.
Yeah, she does that sad face really well as well. And I know you did a lot of you went close to her face for the more intense, but I thought she was just brilliant. I mean, they all wear that the dating scene on the chair. There's a lot of funny, cute, funny comedy cues. You know, the various people she meets. You know that'll never not be funny. I suppose a question about directing comedy because you knew the script, but how did you know what was going to be funny and what wasn't? Because it's still quite a serious issue, I suppose, for women of that age to have that dilemma in life. But how did you bring the comedy without overdoing it?
Yeah, I think that that's what's so interesting is that when I had first read the script, because I don't know, do you find her likable, Robin?
Yeah, I do, and relatable as well. Like, obviously, I'm not a
Okay.
female, but I know what it's like when
Yeah.
you're a part of your life and you're tired of it. You want to get out of it, but you can't.
Yeah,
That's a
no,
big
I think
bullet.
that, yeah, I think that when I read the script the first time, for instance, like that Lou scene wasn't in there. I think if I edited it again, I'd either cut that or make it shorter, like punch it up and make it funny rather than, but that is the only really serious moment and the only moment when we go, oh, she's maybe reflecting on what she's done,
Yeah.
maybe. And but she's kind of just like, okay, I need to get rid of this identity. You're quite literally watching someone at the exact moment they're having an identity death and just quickly assume a new one.
Yeah.
And then of course, all that's going to happen is you're going to be bursting at the seams with all of these old identities wanting to come through. And what's behind that? And we can see that she doesn't know in those moments, like with her friend Jen, who kind of just calls her out. And
Yeah.
as I've told you, Jen is the identity she had assumed before, which is why she's there in the hot pink and has the leopard coat on. We can see that there's a lot of similarities there with the wardrobe. And we got to play around with that. But I think comedic timing and comedy that really comes through with editing. That was like me and Asla, that was just every round of edits, every round of notes. It was like, how can we make this hit? It's obviously there in the writing. There's some things that came out naturally, like Molly just that whole bit with the police officer at the beginning. There was no dialogue for that in the script, but when we were on set, that was a moment where I was like, this feels so unnatural. This just looks like that maybe we didn't have the budget for a full police uniform or something. Like I was like, this is coming across like cheap. So we should add some dialogue. Just see what happens. Say something. How would you get out of this with so it's a bit of improv there. And Molly, that line that Molly says, oh, this isn't my car. made us all just crack up laughing because we were just like, that's hilarious.
That's not going to help, is it?
That's not any better, and it's not gonna help. So we kind of just stuck with that. So some things were improv, and other things it was definitely through the editing, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And we don't have a lot of time, obviously, but yeah, I want to say congratulations again. I'm sure the audience enjoyed it, and if we get any more questions, I'll send them over. But yeah,
Yeah,
really
no,
terrific, really terrific.
thank
Yeah,
you.
and I
Thank
hope you
you.
can make it on Sunday for our closing ceremony. It'll be on online, but yeah, I think Molly's going to jump on, and it'd be nice. But I'll send you an email. But yeah, yeah, really,
Okay,
really great.
brilliant. Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Really great work. And if you can stick around if you're busy, that's fine. But yeah, try and see some of the other films as well, some of your competition. But yeah, really great film. Really, really pleased.